Whatever you can. How many of you marked this one right here? Marked this as your rhombus.
Yep.
Good. All right. That's the most common. A rhombus looks like a diamond. That's what most of you will recognize a rhombus have. How many of you did this as your rectangle? The big one. Or this one up here?
I did. Yeah.
How many of you got these for your squares? Okay.
Pictures in a rectangle.
Absolutely. Kelsey likes these there. Thank you. Chandler hat?
Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you. So this basic idea, guys, especially here with this construction, absolutely everything that we build in our society, unless it's a hexagonal igloo or something like that, involves rectangles, rhombis, and squares. Just about everything. And so that's we're going to focus in on just those three today. Those three. And it's really important you know the properties of them. We're going to start with a trick question. Answer this in your groups. You have 10 seconds in your groups. Argue over this one question. This is an SAT question. The question is a rectangle a parallelogram?
Yes.
Talk about it. Yes or no, and why? Tommy, what do you think? Is a rectangle a parallelogram?
Yes.
The answer was yes. How many of you answered yes?
Yes.
You are correct. Now that feels like a trick question because when you think parallelogram, you think this tilted thing, and the rectangle is not tilted. Well, a rectangle is a descendant of a parallelogram. Because of that, it is really important that you have these OCD properties memorized because they carry over into the rectangle. Without asking your neighbor, fill out the 5 OCD qualities of a parallelogram. Go. Fill out the 5 OCD qualities without looking at a neighbor. Fill them out from memory. Go. From memory. Ask yourself what you know about a parallelogram. Miss Jowers, where did you watch these videos? Okay, you need to document it. About what time? Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to start pestering you in about 20 seconds here. All right, Kevin, give me one of the OCD qualities. Opposite sides parallel. So we're going to go like this and like this. You ready? Noah, give me another.
Opposite angles.
What is it? Opposite sides. I'm going to call on people here. Opposite sides are congruent. Okay. Pauline, give me another. Bless you. Opposite angles are congruent. That takes care of our opposite. Opposite angles are congruent here. Okay, coming over this way. Olivia, give me another one.
Consecutive angles are
consecutive angles add up to 180. That'd be like these squiggle angles. They add up to 180. Okay, and the last one, let's come over here. Kramer, give us the last one. Diagonals bisect each other, which means they go through each other's midpoints. You got hatch marks going like this. So diagonals bisect each other. It's important you get that each other in there. So that's a parallelogram. So here we have a rectangle and a rhombus. A rectangle and a rhombus. I want you guys to visualize, go like this with your arms and tilt. I want you to visualize a parallelogram. You guys got it? Okay, stretch it out so that once your fingertips are longer than your elbow to knee. An elbow to fingertips. Okay, we've got a parallelogram. Say the word parallelogram. Okay, a rectangle is a parallelogram with right angles. That's it. So pull it up and do right angle. That's a rectangle. That's it. That's a basic definition. It is a parallelogram with right angles. That's a rhombus. A rectangle. Now, a rhombus is this. Go make a parallelogram. Now, make the distance between your fingertips the same as this length. So scrunch it up just a bit. So a rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. A rectangle is a rhombus with 4 equal angles. Does that make sense? So we have here, 4 right angles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then here we have 4 equal sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the essential definition of a rhombus and a rectangle. Now, because of those qualities, they have 2 unique qualities. And this is the page you're going to come back to again and again. Yes, sir?
Wouldn't that make the rhombus have all equal angles also?
Not exactly. Because it could look like, maybe I haven't, a rhombus could also look, let me just draw it like this. Do you see it? Okay. I made my rhombus. It looks a little too squarish there. So it looks like, but 4 equal sides doesn't necessarily mean 4 equal angles. Okay. So there's 2 qualities that make a rectangle unique. One, you have right angle corners. You have right angle corners. Right angle corners. And the next one is the diagonal lengths. Because of the right angles, this diagonal and this diagonal are exactly the same length. The diagonal lengths are congruent. So those are the 2 additional unique qualities of a rectangle. Diagonal lengths are equal and you have right angles. You have 2 additional unique qualities of a rhombus. If you watch the videos, you're going to know what they are, so I'll take volunteers. If you draw in the diagonals, there are 2 unique qualities about those diagonals in a rhombus. I'll take volunteers for this one. If you watched last night's video, give me one and then you get the other. Yes?
They make 4 triangles?
They do make 4 triangles, but it's got to be a little bit more specific. Yes, yes.
They bisect the angles.
They cut each other. They cut the angles in half. So go like this. This does not happen in a rectangle. These corners, don't assume they're all 45 and 45. Blair, I'm fishing for what kind of triangles are those? There's a specific kind. They make 4. They, what I said that. Who's over here? Tim. Yes. Good job. They make right triangles like so. And this is because the diagonals are perpendicular. And here, bisect corner angles. Bisect corner angles. If you have a highlighter, get it out. So for the rhombus, the really important triangle, highlight one triangle. In a rhombus, you have a right triangle. That's why you have your yellow card out. Do you see that yellow card? Remember I warned you that right triangle stuff comes back to haunt you again and again? That's where it is. There's a right triangle. The minute you have a right triangle, anything from your yellow card is fair game. Anything from your yellow card is fair game. Now, this one, I'd like you to shade one of these triangles. You've got 30 seconds as a team. I'll tell you this much. It's not a right triangle, but that is a specific kind of triangle. You got 30 seconds to figure out what it is. Talk about it, and then we'll think about it. All right. I'll take a volunteer. That yellow one on the left. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? What? It's a triangle. Yes. A little bit more. Yes. Not equilateral. Not equilateral. Yes, Crystal. What is it? Isosceles. Yes. Because they're equal length, this and this are equal, which forces this to be not an equilateral. I almost made the same mistake. It's isosceles, which means if you have two equal sides, you also have two equal angles. So you need to watch for that. In rectangles, you're going to have isosceles triangles you have to work with. And in a rhombus, you have right triangles you have to work with. Watch out for both. Okay, you guys are going to have 2 shots at extra credit today. 2 shots. Oh, by the way, what's the last one? A square. So if a rectangle and a rhombus gets married and has a kid, they're going to have a square kid. Because a square has both right angles and 4 equal sides. So it is both a rhombus and a rectangle. So it has, I'm not going to make you list it, but it has everything. All of the qualities on the entire page also fit a square together. When you're done with that, turn the page. You're going to need a calculator on your desk, please. And you should have at least 1 yellow card handy.
There you go.
Alrighty, guys. Now, you're going to get 2 shots at extra credit. Here's the rules about the extra credit. All your team, every member has to have the same information. It's also going to be limited. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. I'm going to give you a 1-minute push in the right direction, and then you have 3 minutes on your own, and your only instructions are this: find everything. When I mean everything, I mean everything. So do not ask me, Miss Way, is it correct? You only get 1 shot at me checking your papers, and when I come to check your team, I'm going to interview 1 person and ask 1 question, and if they can't answer where that angle came from, that means I know they just copied and you guys didn't really have a discussion. So make sure everyone in your group knows where the information came from. This is a rectangle, so step number 1, I want you to reinforce the fact that you have right angles here. Okay, step 2, you know that this length, R to C, is the same length as A to E. You know G is a midpoint. I'm going to give you 1 more hint. If you have your highlighter, highlight this triangle, please. R-A-C. R-A-C. Highlight that 1 triangle. Now, I'd like you to sweep RCA, this angle right there. RCA. It should only take you about 30 seconds to find all the sides. That's not an issue. The tricky part to this is finding that orange angle. Once you find that orange angle, find every other angle. The side should only take you about 30 seconds. Chandler, yes?
Where's the 13?
Oh, good. Chandler's asking specifically where the 13 is. 13 only goes from G to C.
Oh, the line?
It's that, yeah, 13 is the segment, 24 is the side length, and 10 is that side length. Okay, ready? Guys, also, this angle, guys, round it, round to nearest whole degree. Ready? You have 3 minutes to find everything. I'm going to turn on the light. Go. Lights on. Look at your yellow cards. You're using your yellow cards here.
No, because no, yeah, no, not 15. The lines are 13. Yeah, and then across the these are equal. I just did that. Yeah. How do you find it? Wait. Nope. Oh yeah. So 26 and 10. So we have just the yeah. Yeah.
You got 2 minutes left? Remember, only call me over when you have everything. If you finish before the end of 2 minutes, call me over.
So that's why you said the round is nearest 10?
No, nearest whole degrees. Guys, round your angles to the nearest whole degrees.
This is 23, this is 5. So this is 9. Oh, yeah, we're doing do 22 minus 1. Oh, so these oh yeah.
Who's ready? You guys ready? Fabulous. All right.
How'd you get that many?
What did you get for X?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing
Okay, so you went sine to the opposite over. All your angles are that, alright?
These crosses, what are the
you have to be careful. Okay. Alright, get started on the time. Well, okay, now I'm checking. You're either you're done or you're not. Okay? You have to find everything.
So you get 46.
Okay. You guys, you sign up and how do you get that? Alright guys, I'm checking. And then you have
ready.
Alright.
You walk in the diagonal, walk back out.
Got it. Good job. Alright, so just tell me, given that this was 67, why is that 67? Kind of triangle. Wow. Tell me where's the one I'm saying, if another keep it up. Tell me where you got it. That's all I'm asking.
Well, that's fine.
Correct.
Don't worry about it. I've been doing it since all kids.
I don't know. What is this?
Round two. Take a look here, please. Second, extra credit. Look up here, guys. Ready? Okay. This is now a rhombus. This is a rhombus shape. I want you over here, please, with your team. Knowing that this is a rhombus, and knowing what you know about a rhombus, which you have right here, which I'll keep that visual where you can see it.
Thank you.
Again, I want you to find everything. Keep that yellow card in front of you. You've got 3 minutes. Go. You're done with that already? I'll check it. We'll see. You've got 3 minutes. If you're done early, call me over. Only call me over when you're all done. Do you have a question about what's where?
Yeah. Okay. The midpoint and
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it was just about. Guys, look up here. The 10.7 is only from here to here, the yellow, and the 5.5 is only from there to there. The 63 is right here. The 27 is right there. All right, that's it. You guys are done. You only get one shot at this. Sure? Only if everybody does. I'm not talking to
everybody does. You know how to do it.
He asked you a different question though. Everyone's ready.
We all got it.
Explain to me where is that?
I'm not reading. I bought my chicken ground.
Why?
Yeah, I bought one.
Okay, and the diagonal does what to that angle?
Bisect.
Alright guys, start, so, page 4, do 4, check 4.
Alright, I just have a simple brain fart.
Okay, so tell me where it's at.
I believe you. Like you said, and
So, do you know that ready? Now start on page 4 and check page 4. You've done about 5 minutes. You have credit.
we are attempts to. Yeah, because those bisects. Right here.
Okay, so plus 1 plus 1 is like 1. And we also have triangles here. Those
What do you have?
Tell me where that goes. Alright, let's start at page 4. You have 10 minutes to page 4. On page 4. Page 4 should be done in 5 minutes.
You run it really
The idea is you work like outside of class.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
No, it's in the morning of time. It's in the morning of time. I don't know, and then as you took a picture of it.
So what I want you to focus on right now is just this. Okay? Alright. Students, look at the clock. You all should be shooting to finish page 4 by the top of the hour. Do 4, check 4. Go on to 5, go on to 6, you get a sign off. At 10:15, we have an additional activity. So you need to finish 4, 5, and 6 in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'll be available for help in 3 minutes because I need to finish this video, guys. I recommend
ABC. Yeah, that's
We're over here now, guys. Read it. Are you guys on the floor already? Go check it. Check each page by page. That's the way how you know what you're doing, okay? You're doing it correctly. Justin, I like the color code this. I want this yellow. Okay? All right.
It's like algebra.
Students, I'll be available for help in just about 3 minutes. I need to finish your video guides. If you're using a squared plus b squared equals c squared for the second one, you are correct. Nice call.